So this is the referendum edition of the Live Market Open. Here is a short video of what you need to know for today for the big event, the referendum in the UK, which is left, front, and center for markets. Okay, so currently, where do we stand? We had a last-minute vote for search for Remain. We had 4 polls yesterday. The last 2 were better. Commerce showed 48 against 42 for Remain, better than their previous poll, better for the Remain camp. And also YouGov showed 51 to 49. But so a vote to Remain is more priced in, not fully priced in, than a vote to leave. If we have a clear vote for Remain, it's an asymmetrical risk. Perhaps we'll even have a buy the rumor, sell the fact, a rise of the pound during the Asian session, and perhaps a fall of the pound in the European session. Looking at the aggregate figures, not only the last opinion polls, the FTs, the Financial Times Brexit tracker, moved to a lead for Remain, 47 against 45. The poll of polls by what UK thinks is at the dead heat of 50-50. The number cruncher politics, NCP, shows higher chance, about 2/3 for Remain. Okay, that's Matt Singh. And my personal opinion is we'll have a small victory for Remain, 51 against 49. Okay, but you never know what's going to happen. So currency impact, as I see it, a short-lived rally for Remain, if that's the result. If we do have a Brexit, it's less priced in. That means we'll have a pound plunge, a clear fall, and then also a big bounce, because market moves can be crazy in such events. But then the direction is down. In general, what are we expecting? In case of Remain, the pound to rise maybe to top 150, maybe even 152, and then gradually settle down and slide a bit lower. Euro dollar, perhaps will have a break of 116.16, 115 at least, and then, but watch 114.60. If we settle above this line, it's bullish for the euro. Under this line, it could be bearish. So the euro follows the pound. Okay, the yen goes in the other direction. The yen is a safe haven currency. If we have a vote to Remain, we'll have the dollar-yen rise, less demand for safe haven, and 105.50 is the line to watch. Again, if it settles below or above, followed by 106.10, 107.65. Dollar CAD, the levels to watch on the downside, 127.50, 126.30, and I would add 125. Aussie dollar, 76, 77.40, 78.40 on the top side. And the Kiwi dollar could extend its gain, 72.50, 73, 75 to the upside. Remember, vote to Remain is good for, first and foremost, the pound, then the euro, and then the other risk currencies, the commodity currencies, the Canadian dollar, the Aussie dollar, and the New Zealand dollar. And of course, bad for the yen, perhaps also bad for the Swiss franc, but things are more complicated there. In case of a dramatic Brexit, the UK will not fall off a cliff, will not leave the EU immediately, but markets will react very, very quickly. Pound dollar, 130 is the first target before bounce to around 135, which was the post-crisis low of 2009. Okay, so big crash, a big bounce, and then another gradual fall. Euro dollar could easily slip under 110, maybe 108.20, 107.10 if we have the very low level, maybe not in the immediate aftermath, but afterwards is 104.60. Dollar yen could easily slip under 100. And then the Bank of Japan could intervene in various ways to push it up, probably without cooperation from others. Dollar CAD, 133.10, 135 are the levels on top. Aussie dollar, 71.40, and Kiwi could easily slip under 70 cents. Okay, now the timetable, and this wrap up in the video. All the times are GMT. Okay, Greenwich Mean Time. So 9 in GMT, 10 in the UK, 11 here in the old continent. Polls close. We have election day polls, not to be confused with exit polls. That means it's a much more limited scale, but it could be significant and could be telling. it might also be very close, as Ramon says, okay? At the same time, we may or may not have those exit polls on a wider scale, but commissioned by hedge funds. And it's unclear if these polls even exist, when the results, or if the correct results will reach market. And there will be rumors about this and lots of action. So the big action begins at 9 GMT. But real results from the vote will have to wait another 2.5 hours later. The first 2 counties to report: Wandsworth expected to show a lead for Remain, 70%, 70-30, and Sunderland a smaller majority for Leave. If we have different results from these 2 counties, better than expected for Remain or better than expected for Leave, we could have a big reaction. It's followed by the City of London, which is expected to support Remain around 2/3, and then we'll have a flow of result from 12 GMT, midnight GMT to 3 GMT, okay? So lots of data coming out. These are 3 bellwether areas which are expected to be finely balanced. If they're not finely balanced, if they lean towards one side, it could be indicative of the wider UK vote. Wrexham at 1, Carefully at 1:30, and Lancaster, perhaps the most important bellwether, at 2. By 3 GMT, we'll have 88 areas, additional ones reporting, and lots of data already out, and perhaps we'll have a projection by the BBC and other news organizations. They will call it, okay? If not, if it's too close, watch out for around 4 GMT, 90% of the areas will already have reported. And if we still don't have results, we'll have to wait until 6 GMT, more or less, for the last reports. Remember, the last ones are expected to be leaning more for Leave, okay? And at 7 GMT, we'll be here with a new show with the EU referendum aftermath. I'll probably have red eyes, but I'll be here. I'll put all my alarm clocks. Oh, man, I'm sure I'm going to be sleeping at night. Anyway, this is this wraps up the wrap for our special edition, the referendum, EU referendum in the UK. Huge event for markets, very nasty campaign, big implications for all the world, big implications for markets. I don't think it's exaggerated, not overhyped. Again, asymmetrical risk, markets lean towards Remain, but anything can happen. It's a very close vote. Okay, so I guess that's it. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. We'll be here again tomorrow at the same time with the aftermath. Remember to trade responsibly. Your broker will probably already limit you because of, limit leverage. Yeah, and well, we have a new session coming up with Dr. Siverman. So yeah, so that's it. Thank you very much, everybody, and see you tomorrow. Thank you, and bye-bye.